have quite the DVD collection, and I love all of them. Not equally, but I do love all of them. I would say that I'm pretty lucky because my family still has every single DVD we've probably ever owned from my childhood all the way up until now and all of my random thrift store finds. So there's a lot of movies that we have, and there are some that I've been looking for recently that we had on VHS growing up but never switched over to DVD for that particular movie. That's been a hunt for some Barbie movies, some Barbie animated movies. I've been getting them on DVD because we had them on VHS. I was kind of on the cusp of when VHSs were going out of style and DVDs were being introduced. However, when DVDs were first introduced, they did not do DVDs for kids. They just kept kid movies on VHS. So it's been fun figuring out, okay, did we rent that outside the McDonald's at the Red Box? Or did we have it on VHS? Or was it from Blockbuster? I did in fact go to Blockbuster a couple of times. I have some vague memories. So I've got a lot. Well over 100 mixes from Disney movies to childhood favorites to movies that I've been thrifting recently to random movies I have no memory of, but we have for some reason all over the board. I just love DVDs. I'm sick of streaming. Like a lot of people, I'm very sick of streaming. I feel like there are just too many options. And so yes, I do have over 100 DVDs, but I still only have those 100 plus to choose from, and that's also why I like checking out DVDs from the library, because if I check out 3 or 4 movies from there, okay, if I want to watch a movie, I have to pick from the 3 or 4 right in front of my face. It makes life so much easier. So, I am going to walk you guys through my DVD collection. I'm super excited. I love them. I've got some specialty ones that I will do more of a flip through. I'm really just planning on kind of showing the cover and then moving on because very few of them have anything inside. It's just the disc and just keep it moving, keep it moving. And I will say, besides the fact that I can watch a lot of my childhood favorite movies pretty much anytime I want with the DVDs, I'm also so glad that I have so many DVDs from the 2000s and 2010s because that's when the menu was so cool. Like you open it up, I recently watched Sky High. I had thrifted that DVD, and the menu, when you're like picking special features or the setup with captions and stuff, it's so cool. It's not just like a stagnant image. And I could go on and on and on about why I love physical media so much. I probably will in a separate video, but we've got a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and start my DVD collection. I wanted to start this off with some of my childhood favorites, the Disney princess movies. Many of our Disney movies are from the Vault collection. Do you guys remember when all of the movies were only released on DVD? I don't know, every 5 to 10 years. And if you didn't get it, you didn't get it. So here is Snow White, and I love that it has an exclusive look at Princess and the Frog. Of course, I have Cinderella. She was one of my favorite princesses growing up. We also have Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True, and Cinderella 3, A Twist and Time. This one, Cinderella 3, is one of my absolute favorites. I still watch it all the time to this day. We actually have 2 Sleeping Beauties because this one stopped working a while back and I was like, I need it in my life. I love Sleeping Beauty so much. And when we got around to getting a new Sleeping Beauty, this one actually has not been opened because that was around the time that Disney Plus came out. So I need to open this up. I'm actually quite embarrassed that I have not watched this on DVD in a long time. Another one of my childhood favorites, The Little Mermaid. We also have The Little Mermaid Ariel's Beginning and The Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea. Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. This is a must watch for me every holiday season. Aladdin, Pocahontas, Mulan, The Princess and the Frog, Tangled, Moana, and Frozen 1 and Frozen 2. I know that Frozen is kind of its own franchise. It's not really part of the Disney Princess franchise. Another one of my favorite things to watch growing up were these princess stories. This is volume 1, A Gift from the Heart. They just showed like I don't know, little shorts and stuff. I loved seeing the little hearts pop up in the box. It was so cute. I love it. And for some live action princesses, we have Enchanted, Cinderella, and Beauty and the Beast. And this copy is also a little book. And I always love fun details added to DVD cases. Moving on to generic Disney shorts and movies. This is Funny Factory with Mickey, Volume 1. I actually don't quite know what this is. Okay, it looks like a bunch of Mickey shorts. I love this one. The Three Musketeers with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, the 2003 Haunted Mansion, my personal favorite. I watch it every Halloween season. The 2012 The Muppets movie, the Tower of Terror movie, which I actually really love, and I'm still irritated that it's not on streaming for Disney Plus. But this movie is just so campy, and I'm so glad that I have it on DVD. The sing-along edition of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. And this one also comes with a book. I love the artwork in here. Encanto, another special edition that opens up. And this one has a bunch of gorgeous prints. I've actually never looked through all of these. These are gorgeous. Zootopia, The Jungle Book, Lady and the Tramp, The Aristocats, Pinocchio, a movie that still freaks me out to this day. I don't know, I can't watch it. The Fox and the Hound and The Fox and the Hound 2, Brother Bear, Mary Poppins, Wreck-It Ralph with this super cool 3D cover, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, The Lion King, Dumbo, Bambi, Peter Pan, The Rescuers, Alice in Wonderland, and 101 Dalmatians. Moving on to the Pixar movies, of course we have Toy Story, Toy Story 2, and Toy Story 3, Monsters Inc. And for some reason, we have 2 copies of Finding Nemo. I think when we saw all of this fun stuff, we decided to pick it up, even though we literally already had it. The Incredibles. Incredibles 2. I always forget that there's not a "the" at the beginning. Cars. Up, one of my favorite Pixar movies. Brave, Inside Out, and Coco, which is another one that came with a bunch of cool stuff inside. This one has a book that follows along the movie. Moving on to one of my favorite genres, Disney Channel and Disney Channel adjacent movies, starting off with High School Musical, High School Musical 2, and High School Musical 3 Senior Year. Hannah Montana Pop Star Profile. This has, I believe, 4 episodes from season 1. Hannah Montana the movie. That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. I miss all of the mashup episodes that they used to do. Jump In, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, Life Size, and this is probably my most prized possession. I have been searching for this DVD for the longest time. For some reason, it's not streaming anywhere. I don't even think you can rent it online to watch it, and the DVDs are really hard to find. So I got so lucky when this popped up online. Sky High, Ice Princess, and Alice Upside Down. I don't think that this is a Disney produced movie, but it has so many Disney Channel actors in it. My brain always thought it was Disney. Of course, I had to do a subgenre just for the Tinkerbell movies. So of course, I have Tinkerbell, Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue, Secret of the Wings, which is another special DVD case with a book at the front, The Pirate Fairy, and Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Never Beast. This movie always makes me cry. More of my absolute childhood favorites, the Barbie movies. I adore these so much, I still rewatch them all the time. Starting off with Barbie in the Nutcracker, Barbie as Rapunzel, Barbie of Swan Lake, Barbie Fairytopia. I'm pretty sure we had the VHS for this growing up, so we recently had to get a new DVD, and I do not know how I feel about this cover. Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus. Same with this movie. Barbie Fairytopia Mermaidia. I love Bibble so much. Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. This is my personal favorite Barbie animated movie. Barbie as the Island Princess. Barbie and the Diamond Castle, another one of my absolute favorites. My sister and I watched this movie and had our dolls singing all of the time. Barbie Presents Thumbelina. And we recently got the Barbie 4 movie Princess collection, which includes Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper, one of the most iconic Barbie movies. Another Barbie and the Diamond Castle, Barbie Princess Charm School, and Barbie and the Secret Door. I recently watched The Secret Door. It was bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was really bad. And of course, I have to end this with the Barbie movie. The American Girl movies, I love these so much. So starting off, we have Samantha, an American Girl Holiday, Felicity, an American Girl Adventure, Molly, an American Girl on the Homefront, Kit Kittredge, an American Girl, my personal favorite because I have the Kit doll. And honestly, I'm 99% sure that I got the Kit doll because it was the same year that this movie was coming out and the promo was everywhere. It convinced me. An American Girl, Carissa Stands Strong, McKenna Shoots for the Stars, another doll that I have, and Sage Paints the Sky. The next collection or genre of DVDs I am referring to as random childhood DVDs, so I'm just gonna let them speak for themselves. Alvin and the Chipmunks, Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel, Illumination Entertainment Mini Movie Collection, Despicable Me 2 3 Mini Movie Collection, a classic, Schoolhouse Rock, The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D. I'm pretty sure the glasses are still in here. Oh, I love the cases that have the little lock. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kung Fu Panda, The Swan Princess, The Mystery of the Enchanted Treasure, one of my favorites, Thumbelina, Shrek 2, SpongeBob SquarePants Sea Stories, 10 Waterlogged Tales. So I'm pretty sure this just has 10 episodes of SpongeBob in it. Strawberry Shortcake, the Berry Fest Princess movie. Strawberry Shortcake, Berry Merry Christmas, another little movie short that I have to watch every year. And just so you know, they still smell like strawberries. Strawberry Shortcake, Sea Berry Beach Party. Strawberry Shortcake, Big Country Fun. Strawberry Shortcake, The Sweet Dreams movie. My Little Pony, The Princess Promenade. I love how sparkly this cover is. Monster High, Clawsome double feature with Fright On and Escape from Skull Shores. I remember having the black and white doll of Frankie from, I believe it was this episode. What's New Scooby-Doo TV episodes, Monster Matinee, and this has 4 episodes in it. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, Cats and Dogs. I have no memory of this movie. Madagascar, Escape to Africa, Anastasia, Ella Enchanted, Once Upon a Forest. When I tell you I scoured the internet to figure out what this little movie was, because I remembered watching it in elementary school and it took me forever to find it, but I finally did and I am forever grateful. Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, severely underrated. Beethoven, Nanny McPhee, Charlotte's Web, How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, now we're into the part where I have no memories of these movies. This is a 4 movie pack with My Brother the Pig, The Princess Stallion, My Magic Dog, and The Ransom of Red Chief. Another one I don't know. Kingdom Under the Sea, The Red Tide, Dreamer, Adventures of Bailey, The Lost Puppy, and I do vaguely remember this one. This is The Secret of Nim. Underdog, which I do remember, this was my sister's favorite movie growing up, but there's a part at the very end with a comically large needle, and it freaked me out as a kid. It literally gave me nightmares. And finally, one of my absolute favorites, Ramona and Beezus. This movie means so much to me, and it introduced me to one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs, A Place in This World. When I watched this movie when it came out and that song played, I said, yeah, yep, that's me. That's me. And it still is. It really is. Moving on from all of the childhood movies that I've either had all of this time or have collected more recently, we are moving on to the TV show DVDs. Starting off with Glee, I have the complete season 1 and the complete season 2. I am on a mission to get all of them, but I really do prefer when the entire season comes together. Glee and some other shows have a habit of splitting it up into a million parts, and it's just a lot easier when they're all together. For my Downton Abbey DVD collection, I have season 1, season 2, season 3, season 5, and season 6. So now all I need is season 4 and the movies. Over the Garden Wall, which I have only watched once because I kept hearing about it, but I was not able to watch it anywhere. So my mom and I bought the DVD, and I am so excited to rewatch it this year as soon as it just gets a little chilly out, which is not going to be happening for a while. I'm going to be watching this entire show. One of my absolute favorite shows of all time is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think I've rewatched this show 3 times, which says a lot for me because I rarely watch shows, let alone re-watch them. But I just had to get all 7 seasons on DVD. Comes in this insane case with all of the seasons in here. I've yet to start my rewatch since getting this because I am scared for the emotional damage that I will be facing, but it'll be waiting for me here whenever I'm ready for it. I honestly have not watched this show yet, and I don't really know what's holding me back. I think I just have to be in a very specific headspace to watch a show in general. But I found all of these for a really good deal at Goodwill, so I picked it up. So I have the first season, the second season, the third season, the fourth season, and the fifth season. Obviously, I'm missing the sixth season, but I will get to it when I actually watch the show. And I do love the case of these. They're just so cool. I love that they're transparent and all of the visuals. I'm obsessed. I love it. Next up are my music DVDs, starting off with The Last Dinner Party, Prelude to Ecstasy. Last year, they put their short film for their album onto a DVD, which still to this day is the most insane thing ever, and I am so grateful and obsessed. I cannot tell you how many times I wish that I could just have DVDs of all of my favorite music videos, and so this is truly like, more artists need to be doing this, please. Taylor Swift, Journey to Fearless. I would watch this all the time growing up whenever they would play reruns on cable, and I am so grateful that I was able to find it on eBay. It's just like this really cemented my love for Taylor Swift back in the day, and oh my god, I'm gonna cry. One Direction, Up All Night, the live tour, one of my favorite thrift finds literally ever. And then we have 2 5 Seconds of Summer DVDs, How Did We End Up Here, and the So Perfect, the unauthorized biography. My sister was a very big fan of 5 Seconds of Summer during their early years, so now we have these. Transitioning from music to musicals, we have Hairspray, The Greatest Showman, which I will still stand by the fact that this movie musical is amazing. I love it. Grease, which I literally watched on repeat pretty much every single day my junior year of high school. Cannot tell you why. It was my personality trait when I was 16, I guess. Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. My favorite movie musicals and quite possibly my favorite movies ever. The first Mamma Mia is in my Letterboxd top 4. Moulin Rouge and Guys and Dolls. Going back to the nostalgia, I've got my Christmas movies, starting with Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I am a really big fan of the stop-motion Christmas movies, and I'm pretty sure that this CD is still in here. Yep. The Year Without a Santa Claus, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, The Holiday, Disney Princess, A Christmas of Enchantment. This was another little one that just showed a bunch of Christmas and holiday related shorts. Mickey Saves Santa, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. These were on repeat during the holiday season growing up. They were my sister's absolute favorites, and specifically Twice Upon a Christmas holds a very special place in my heart. This next category I am calling the book to movie adaptations / franchises. I don't know. I was kind of running out of collections to put things into, but we're starting off with Twilight. The Twilight Saga New Moon. The Twilight Saga Eclipse. I have such a bad habit of leaving stickers on these things. I need to work on that. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1, and I am still looking for Part 2. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And then not long after getting the first Harry Potter movie at Walmart, we found these for a really good deal. So this one has the first 4 Harry Potter movies, and then this one has years 5 through 7 and Deathly Hallows Part 2. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, and Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters. I have actually not watched these movies. I know that they are bad, but I would like to watch them and enjoy them. I do enjoy bad movies. I really do. The Hunger Games, and this is a fancy deluxe one that I found at the Goodwill. Thank you, Goodwill. The Hunger Games Catching Fire. This one's another fancy one, but we got this one when it came out. And The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. I am still looking for Part 2. But look at this. Original price, what I got it for. Thank you. I've got a few Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. So we have Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Captain Marvel. This is one of the fancy ones. Ooh, ah. And Avengers Endgame, another fancy one. Ooh, oh wait, this side. Ooh, ah. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. And The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. I am missing the second Hobbit movie. Still do not understand how they got 3 movies out of one book. And one of these days, I promise I will remove these stickers. That day is not today. My second to last category I refer to as live action movies. This is really just a mix of 90s and 2000s kind of rom-com movies, and I guess the technical term chick flicks. But there's also like period pieces and other semi-magical movies in here, so it's really just like vibes overall, I guess. Legally Blonde, Bend It Like Beckham, 27 Dresses, Letters to Juliet, a severely underrated rom-com. I love this movie. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, The House Bunny, Pitch Perfect, The Devil Wears Prada, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 2, Clueless, 13 Going on 30, my personal favorite rom-com ever. When Harry Met Sally, another movie that I will be watching as soon as it gets just slightly cool out. The 2005 Pride and Prejudice. The 2019 Little Women. 10 Things I Hate About You. Valentine's Day. A Cinderella Story. I always thought that the Cinderella retellings were Disney movies growing up, but they are not. They just always had Disney actors in them. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Aquamarine, Paddington and Paddington 2, Wish Upon a Star, The Princess Bride, and Hocus Pocus. And finally, we have made it to the last collection. This is my miscellaneous collection. Could some of these DVDs have fit into other categories? Sure, but they ended up here instead because I was doing this for like an hour and a half. So I just had a miscellaneous pile, starting off with the Mummy trilogy. I've actually only seen the first of these movies, but I'm sure the others are great. William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Lisa Frankenstein, one of my favorite movies that has come out in the recent years. I just think it's so campy. I highly recommend. The Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, Knives Out, Beetlejuice, The Sandlot, Back to the Future, Stardust, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and ending this 200 plus DVD collection is The Goonies, one of my favorite movies of all time. How many times did I say a movie was my favorite? Probably way too many, but I just have a lot of favorites. Sue me. And there we have it. However many DVDs are in my collection. I'm sure I counted and said it multiple times while we were looking at everything. I just think it is so fun being able to hold these movies or shows. I'm starting to get a couple of shows in your hands and knowing that hey, even if this is taken off of whatever streaming platform it's on currently, I can watch it whenever I want. That is predominantly why I've gotten back into collecting DVDs and finding DVDs at thrift stores and checking them out from the library, is because so often someone's like, you've got to check out this movie or you've got to check out this TV show. Okay, well, it's either nowhere to be found on any streaming platform, or it's on like the one streaming platform I don't have and refuse to get, Hulu, or like you have to rent it on YouTube or whatever other platforms. And I just, no, no. If I'm going to be spending money on it, I'm either going to see it in the theaters or I'm going to own it in my hands. I just think that physical media is so cool and so important when everything is subscription services and things can just be taken off of platforms like that. And it's nice to have the tangible thing and knowing that, for the most part, it's never gonna run away from you. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have a physical media collection, let me know. And if you saw any movies that you forgot about or that are your favorites as well, let me know that as well. I just love talking physical media, and I've never really been a movie person until like these last 6, 8 months, when I've been like seriously collecting movies and checking them out. It's just, I don't know, it's so much more fun doing it that way than just opening up streaming. Like, that's not fun. I like fun. I like whimsy.